Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we have been building this job board application using Next.js. Now in this video, we will see how to create the single job page. So here we can see that we have a list of these jobs. And if I click on any of these titles, we can see that we are taken to a dedicated page for that specific job post. So we're going to create this page over here in this video, and this is going to be a dynamic page. So we just need to create this design once, and all this data will be dynamically fetched from the database. So let's get started. Alright, now the first thing we will do is we'll create a server action for getting a single job. So here let's go to actions, and in actions we have job actions. So here we already have this function to get all the jobs. So down here let's create another function. Let's type export async function and let's call it getSingleJob. Now we need to get an ID for getting a single job. So let's type ID and it'll be a type of string. Right now in this, let's add a try catch block, and when we have an error, we'll just go ahead and console.log the error. So let's type console.log error, and I'll just simply go ahead and return null. And when we don't have any errors, let's go ahead and fetch the specific job from the database. So here let's type const, and we get an array back. So let's store it inside a variable called job, and we'll get the first item from the array, and we'll have this variable called job. And here let's type await db.select. So first of all we need to select, and then we need to type from which table. So let's type from jobs table, and then we need to type where. So we need to add the condition over here. So for the condition, let's type equals jobs table dot id comma id. So this means that the ID that we pass over here should be the same as the jobs table ID. And after that, let's type dot limit, and let's type 1 over here. So it will just limit it to one result. And here it cannot find EQ. So let's import EQ from Drizzle ORM. But now we can simply go ahead and return job. So let's type return job. And if you don't have the job, then we'll just return null. So this is the function to get a single job. We are getting the ID from the source, and here we are just using Drizzle ORM to get the single job, where the jobs table ID is equal to this ID, and we are just limiting it to one result. And even if we limit it to 1, we get an array. So we are just getting the first item of the array and storing it as job, and then we are just returning the job. But now if we go back to our website, and if I click on this title, right now we can see that we have this 404 error because we don't have this page. So now I will show you how to create this dynamic page. So let's go back, and here we need to go ahead and create a new folder called jobs, and in that we need to create a folder called square brackets, and we have to name the variable over here. And then we need to create a folder with square brackets and the variable name, and then we need to type page.tsx. so this will be the file. So here we can see we have this jobs folder, and in that we have this folder with this name, square brackets and slug, and that we are creating this page.tsx file. So whenever we have this type of URL, this ID that we sent over here will be passed to this page. So let's go ahead and type export default function, and let's call it job page. And here we get params. So let's type params, and let's set the type to job page props. And let's go ahead and create this interface. So let's type interface job page props, and it will be params, and it will be a promise, and in the promise we get an ID with a type of string. So this will be the job page props, and since we are getting a promise, we need to change this into a async function. Now we can just type const, and we get the ID from the params. Now here we have named it slug, but I think it will be better for us to name it ID because we are passing the ID. So I'll just change this to ID. Alright, now we can just go ahead and simply destructure ID from params. So let's type await params. Let's type return, and I'll just go ahead and see whether we are getting the ID. So let's type h1. Let's display the ID in the page. I'll just type class name. Let's type text 3xl. Let's go back. Right now, let's go back to our website, and now let's open this link. And now we can see that we are getting this ID over here. So the URL params are being fetched correctly. So let's go back and let's get the details of the job from this ID. So for that, we can simply go ahead and use the job action that we just created, which is getSingleJob. So let's go ahead and type const job equals await getSingleJob, and let's import it from actions, job actions. Let's pass the ID over here. And now all the details of that job will be stored inside this job constant. Now we can simply go ahead and display the details over here. So first of all, I'll just change this to a container. Let's import it from components UI container. Now for the job details section, which is this section right here, we'll just create a separate component. So let's go to components and let's go to features, job. Let's create a new component called job details header.tsx. And here let's tap export default function, and let's call it job details header. And in this we need to get the job. So let's type job over here. And for the type, let's go ahead and create an interface. So let's type interface. Let's call it job detail header props. And for the type, let's type job is the type of job. So let's import this from lib schema. So we have already exported this type job from the schema. So let's use that. And here let's type job details header props. Right now let's return a div. First of all, for this div, let's type class name border B for the border bottom, and BG muted with 30 opacity for the background color. And let's import job details header inside our single job page. So here, I'll just remove this ID and let's type job details header. And here let's pass the job. So let's type job equals job. Right now it is complaining that job can be null. So let's go back to the job details header. And here I'll just type or null. Right now let's type something over here. Let's go back to our website. And here we can see the content is displayed over here. All right, let's go ahead and design this job details header. Now the first thing we need to have is the h1. So let's create a div. In that we'll create an h1. Let's type job.title. And below that, let's create a paragraph. Let's type job.company. And here we can see we have the title and the company displayed over here. Let's also add some styling. So let's type class name, margin bottom of 2. Let's type text 4xl. And for larger screens, let's type text 5xl. Let's also type font bold. Here let's go ahead and add some padding. So let's type padding top and bottom of 12. Right now let's style the company. So let's type class name. Let's type text size to XL, text color to muted foreground. Right now we need to add the job location, the job type, the salary. So let's create a div for that. Let's go down over here and let's type div. And in this we will add the icon and the location. So for the icon, we will use map pin icon from Lucid React. Let's type class name h5 with 5. And after that, let's type span, and that we will add the job location. And here for the div, let's go ahead and type class name, display of flex, item center, and gap of 2. And let's create a div around these sections. So let's type div. Let's cut this ending tag and paste it right here. And here let's go ahead and type class name space y4. So now we can see we have the spacing between these sections. Now for the text color, let's change the color of all these text. So let's type class name text muted foreground. Right now let's copy this and paste it down here and here. And for the second one, let's change the icon to briefcase from Lucid React. And here let's change this to job type. So now you can see we have the job type displayed over here. And here for the container div, let's set it to display of flex and flex wrap so that the elements can wrap down if there is less space. Let's add a gap of 4, items center. And for the salary, we need to display it only if we have it. So since the salary is optional, we'll just go ahead and first of all check whether salary is available. So let's type curly braces job dot salary ampersand. So if we have the salary, then we'll just type span, and here let's type job dot salary. Let's type class name, font semi-bold, and the color to text foreground. So here we have the salary. Right below that, we need to display the date and also the experience level. So let's go back. Let's go below this div. Let's create another div, and let's use a badge from ShadCN. So you can import it from components UI badge. And in here, we can just type job.experience level. Let's set the variant to secondary. So now we can see here we have the badge with the experience level. Right now, let's display the date. So for the date, I think we can just copy it from the job card. So I'll just copy this whole thing from here, and I'll just paste it below the badge. Right now here it says job is possibly null. So I'll just type job ampersand over here. So now if you go back, we can see that the date is displayed over here. Let's add some gap between these. So here for the div, let's type class name, flex wrap, item center, gap of 3. All right, now the last thing we need to do is add this apply button. So let's go outside this main div over here, and let's create a div. Let's type button. Let's import it from components UI button, and here let's tap apply now. So here we have the button, and we need to have this button on the right side. So here, let's create another container div, and let's paste the ending tag over here. And here we will type class name, flex, justify between. And here for the button, we need to add the link of the job. So if you go to the schema, here we can see that for the jobs table, we have this application URL. So we're going to use this. So let's add this inside a link. Let's type link over here. Let's import it from next link. And for the button, let's type as child. So it will act as the link. And here for the sref, let's type job.application URL or empty string. And here I'll just type apply now. So now we can see we have the apply button and we have the link displayed on the bottom left of the screen. Let's also add this icon for the button. So after the apply now text, let's type external link. Let's import it from Lucid React. And here let's type class name, h4 width 4. Right now the last thing we need to do is add this job description. So let's go back to our source code. Let's create a new component called job description.tsx. And here let's type export default function job description. And here also we get the job. So let's type job. And for the type, let's type job description props. Let's create that over here. So let's type interface job description props. Here let's type job is a job. Let's import it from lib schema. And here let's type return. And let's use a card from ShadCN. And for the card content, let's type h2. Let's type about the role. Let's type class name. Let's type margin bottom of 4. And let's create a paragraph. Here let's type job.description. And here let's type class name. Let's type text color to muted foreground. And let's add that to the page. So we have job description. Let's add that over here. So I'll just go ahead and create a section. In that I'll just create a div. Let's type job description over here. And here I'll just pass the job. Here let's type job. And here also we need to change this to job or null. And let's add a question mark over here. All right, now let's go back to the page. And for the section, let's type class name, padding left and right of 4, padding top and bottom of 12. And for large screens, let's type padding left and right of 8. And let's style the H2. So here for the H2, let's set the font size to, let's try 2XL, or let's try 3XL. And let's type font weight to semi-bold. So with that, our job description is also being displayed over here. So with that, we have created the single job page. So if I click on this job, we go to another page where we have the details of the job displayed over here. Right, so that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.